boy sneaked into his classmate's shoes in the dormitory at night. Then he tried it on his own feet again. I suddenly felt that these 2,800 shoes were very comfortable to wear on my feet. So the boy quickly took a photo. Then I called my dad the next day, and lied to my dad and told him some good news. The boy said he was selected by the school basketball team. The teacher said that if one can win an award, they can earn extra points in the college entrance examination. The father of a migrant worker was extremely happy to hear this. Immediately instruct my son to work hard and keep going, and let my son go home on vacation to cook him delicious food. At this moment, the boy said he needed a pair of sneakers for the game. After hearing this, my father's heart immediately became heavy, because the construction site has not yet paid wages, and also need to save surgery fees for the boy's mother. So advise my son to make do with the shoes he bought last time. My son became anxious as soon as he heard it, threatening my father that if he doesn't buy it, he won't participate in the competition. Father had no choice but to agree. Then he took the photo sent by his son and went to the big market. After searching for a long time, I finally found a similar pair of sneakers. Then the father asked about the price of the sneakers. When my father heard that sneakers cost 129 yuan, this number instantly made my father feel uneasy. But he thought about whether his son liked it or gritted his teeth and pulled out all the money he had on him. At night, the father came to school to deliver shoes to his son. But my son is sneaky and afraid of being seen by his classmates, because he doesn't want everyone to know that he has a father who is a migrant worker. When a boy sees branded sneakers, my son's face lit up with joy in an instant. Little did he know that his father bought a high-end imitation. My father, who has always been frugal, has no idea what a brand is. I didn't even know my son would demand to buy shoes worth over 2,000 yuan. Father doesn't know that his son has been pretending to be a wealthy second generation at school. Wait until the boy returns to the dormitory. Immediately call on classmates to have hot pot tonight, and announced in a grand manner that he would pay for the entire consumption. This operation instantly made other classmates cheer. They began to promote his grandeur one after another. The boy was instantly praised by his classmates and felt extremely proud. As soon as my son left the school gate, he met his father who was going to eat. The old father shouted his son's nickname when he saw him. The boy suddenly panicked as well. So he asked his classmates to go to the hot pot restaurant first, and falsely claimed to see what happened to the migrant workers. I didn't expect his first sentence to come over. It's just to make my father come less to the school gate. Father explained that his recent job is nearby. It's just mealtime now. Then the father immediately took out the 20 yuan he had on him. The boy took all the money without telling his son a few words. So the father gave all the money he had in his pocket to his son. When he goes to the fast food restaurant with his colleagues, I just realized that I don't have any money on me. So the father lied and said he had something to do before returning to the construction site. When he arrived at a steamed bun shop hungry, asked the boss how to sell steamed buns. The boss was very impatient when he saw this and scolded him. If you don't want to buy, hurry up and leave. Don't get in the way of doing business. So my father took out his pocket and bought a mantou with only 50 cents left. Unexpectedly, he was stopped by the boss just as he was about to leave. The boss said there was dust on his 2 buns just now. Father was afraid of losing money and quickly said he had just washed his hands. I didn't expect the boss to pack 2 buns and throw them to him, and ask him to leave quickly so as not to affect business. I didn't expect the boss to say the harshest words, but doing the kindest thing. Father understood the kindness of the boss and was instantly moved to tears in his eyes. Then sit on a step and eat steamed buns. Father never imagined that he couldn't bear to buy 2 buns, but his son is in the nearby hotel, using my father's hard-earned money to treat classmates to a meal. That day, the boy was wearing fake shoes bought by his father. Show off in front of classmates. The boy enjoys the admiring gaze from his classmates. I didn't expect him to be exposed by the wealthy second generation as soon as he entered the dormitory. Said the boy was wearing a fake brand. This immediately made him lose face in front of his classmates. So the boy angrily returned home. Father was puzzled when he saw his son come back, but the boy directly cursed his father. But my father couldn't figure out whether a pair of shoes were real or fake no matter what. Watching my father understand nothing, the boy angrily shook his hand and left directly. Subsequently, the boy became even more lawless. He actually went to borrow high-interest loans himself. They only said interest of 1,000, but he didn't ask clearly that the interest was 1,000 per day. This silly kid signed without even looking. A few days later, classmates were playing games in the dormitory. Because the boy's cell phone too laggy was rejected by his classmates, so he started bragging again. After returning home, I told my dad that I wanted to buy an Apple, and falsely claimed that he couldn't keep up with mathematics. It is said that Apple has built-in learning functions. If you study well, you can also get into a good university in the future. The old couple's face showed difficulty and they didn't know what an Apple was. But when I thought it would be helpful for my studies, I readily agreed. After finishing his meal, the son brought his father to the Apple store. If you open your mouth, you need a top-of-the-line accessory. When the boss said the price of 8,999, my father was instantly stunned. But the boy directly spoke up and asked his father to pay. Father was instantly frightened. So for the sake of my son's face, father whispered to his son that he didn't have enough money on him. Can we ask our son to buy it again next time? This remark instantly made the boy angry. He angrily rebuked his father for rushing to pay. Even if I borrow it today, I must buy this phone. But where could my father have so much money on him? In the end, I still couldn't buy the phone. Late night boy takes advantage of his parents' sleep. Secretly came to the room and stole my mother's preoperative money. The boy didn't expect it to be 40,000 yuan. He was happy and bought an iPhone directly. Then I bought a set of branded clothes and shoes. After returning to school, he started walking sideways. But the boy doesn't know. At this moment, my mother had an accident and was admitted to the hospital. When my father hurried home to prepare for the money, I found that all the money in the cabinet was missing.